Dragonflies. Dragonflies. The dragonfly is frequently mentioned in Japanese poetry, but nowhere more pathetically than in the following lines written by Chiyo after the death of her little son. How far, I wonder, did we stray, chasing the burnished dragonfly today? Chiyo, in this exquisite fragment, suggests a very great deal, for in her mother love there is no dismal conception of death. She regards the future life of her little one as the happiest hour of playtime. Once more in these lines there is the Japanese idea of the soul coming back again. I think the turkey's scared now. Sanemori, who was a great warrior, was on one occasion, while riding in a horse, engaged in fighting an enemy. During the conflict, his horse slipped and rolled into the rice field. As a result of this mishap, the antagonist was able to slay him. And from that hour, Sanemori became a rice-devouring insect known by the peasantry of Izumo as Sanemori-san. During certain summer nights, the peasants light fires in their rice fields in order to attract the insect, play upon flutes and beat gongs, crying, "O Sanemori, augustly deign to come hither." A religious rite is then performed, and a straw representation of a rider upon a horse is either burnt or thrown into water. It is believed that this ceremony will successfully free the fields from the rice-devouring insect. You know I'm filming you. The shiwan, a small yellow insect that feeds upon cucumbers, is said to have once been a physician. This physician, guilty of some intrigue, was forced to leave his home, but in attempting to make his escape, his food caught in the sinuous coils of a cucumber vine. His foot, actually. And he was killed by his pursuers. Oh. His angry ghost became a turkey, became a shiwan. And from that day to this, the insect feeds upon cucumbers. Fireflies. For this willow tree, the season of budding would seem to have returned in the dark. Look for fireflies. In ancient days, firefly hunting was one of the amusements of great nobles, but today it is the pastime of children only. These hunting parties, however, have lost none of their picturesqueness, and the flashing insect has been the theme of many an exquisite poem, such as, the cunning fireflies, being chased, they hide themselves in the moonlight. Grown-up people, however, I'm just kidding, go out to see the fireflies with the same ardor in which they indulge in flower viewing. To the minds of these great nature lovers, the fireflies resemble dazzling petals of some strange fireflower or a host of wandering stars that has left the sky to wander upon the earth. During the summer, thousands of people visit Uji in order to see the Hotaru Kasen, or firefly battle. From the riverbank dart myriads of these flashing insects. And in a moment they form a great silver shining cloud, The cloud breaks and the flowing river, once dark as black velvet, becomes a winding stretch of gleaming jewels. No wonder, or is the night no wonder the Japanese poet cries, "Do I see only fireflies drifting with the current that is currently strong? Or is the night itself drifting with its swarming of stars?" There is a legend connected with this fascinating spectacle. It is believed that the Minamoto Firefly and the Taira Firefly are the ghosts of the old warriors of the Minamoto and Taira clans. On the night of the 20th day of the 4th month, they fight a great battle on the Uji River. On that night, all caged but fireflies are set free in order that they may fight again. The old clan battles of the 12th century. Okay, the ghostly significance of fireflies is further strengthened by the fact that these insects are fond of swarming round willow trees, the most eerie trees in Japan. Fireflies in ancient days were supposed to possess medicinal properties. Medicinal herb. Firefly ointment was said to render all poisons harmless, and moreover, it had the power to drive away evil spirits and to preserve a house from the attacks of robbers. And lastly, butterflies. It is in China rather than in Japan that the butterfly is connected with legend and folklore. The Chinese scholar Rosen is said to have received visits from 2 spirit maidens who regaled him with ghostly stories about these bright-winged insects. It is more than probable that the legends concerning butterflies in Japan have been borrowed from China. Japanese poets and artists were fond of choosing for their professional appellation such names as Butterfly Dream, Solitary Butterfly, Butterfly Help, and so on. Though probably of Chinese origin, such ideas naturally appeal to the aesthetic taste of the Japanese people. And no doubt they played in early days the romantic game of butterflies. Oh, the Emperor Genzo used to make butterflies choose his loves for him. At a wine party in his garden, fair ladies would set caged butterflies free. These bright-coloured insects would fly and settle upon the fairest damsels, and those maidens would immediately receive royal favors. In Japan, the butterfly was at one time considered to be the soul of a living man or woman. If it entered a guest room and pitched behind the bamboo screen, it was a sure sign that the person whom it represented would shortly appear in the house. The presence of a butterfly in the house was regarded as a good omen, though of course everything depended on the individual typified by the butterfly. There we go. And that is going to be part 3 of the videos where I am going to be reading this book. And it's not because I have other better things to do, it's just that I found that I enjoy this and I like to do it a lot, actually. You know, it helps with boredom and stuff. I mean, not boredom, but like, you know, you just want some time to yourself and then, you know. So, I just don't want to be bored during this time that I have. So, yeah.